Did I understand you to respond to Justice Gorsuch that it is a limitation on this that the information has to concern assets?
It has, I think, relate to or concern assets of the delinquent taxpayer. And
how broadly do you read that?
Well, I think, so just to give...
I mean, it's more than just, I want to see how much money you have in the bank, right? I mean, could you get records of family members because maybe he's put his assets with them?
So we don't think standing alone, the fact that someone is a family member is enough to simply summon that family member's bank records. There would have to be some further evidence that there was some financial dealing between the family member and the taxpayer, and here we had that with Mrs. Polselli. It wasn't simply that this was a husband and a wife. Mrs. Polselli and Mr. Polselli had engaged in significant financial dealings. They owned and managed several of the same LLCs, and one of Mr. Polselli's LLCs paid off a mortgage for Mrs. Polselli.
So you don't generally, if you're trying to seek the assets of the wife, you don't normally get records concerning the husband?
Only if there's some reason to believe that there's a financial connection.
Like they're married?
Well, the marriage in and of itself may not be enough. There are some, it depends if their assets are intertwined. I think normally in a communal property state, yes, that probably would be okay. I think stretching out to brothers, sisters, other family members.
Well, don't you normally assume that the financial records of a husband and wife are intertwined?
I think that could be an assumption depending on the state property law, I guess. But there would have to be, in our view, this is a particularly clear case, I guess, because it wasn't just that they were married. It's that there was this other evidence of extensive financial dealings, which is how the IRS officer put the point.